Okay, now the first thing that you need to realize is you've got to shut the power off. And I shut the power off and I found out that the light was on one circuit, and it just so happened that the exhaust fan in this bathroom was on the same circuit. Now sometimes that's not the case, okay? This could be possibly on a different circuit. So when you check it, make sure you've got all the power off to your light fixture box. Sometimes you've got more than one circuit in there, believe it or not. Okay, so I'm gonna be replacing this. Remember, it had the big scratch marks in there, and this is one that I've saved from before. And see, some of these paddles don't have the nice trim around the side. This one does, some don't. This one's got the line around it, and I want to try to keep like for like because it's got this same type all the way around inside the condo. Okay, and you know, I saved this because it's still good. I didn't need to throw it away or anything, and I'm going to save myself a few dollars. I mean, this paddle switch, if you were to go to the store and get one, it could be $3 or so. This is a single pole light switch. And what does single pole mean? It means that this switch is dedicated only up for one thing. And this is a single pole too, because this was only for one thing. That was for the light above the bathroom sink. But if you have a switch that you can turn on and off a light at this place and somewhere else around the corner somewhere, and you have two light switches to control one light fixture, then it would be called a 3-pole light switch. Okay, but we're just doing the single pole, and I'm kind of at an awkward position here. I'm trying to reach over the counter so I don't get in your way. I don't have any light in here. I've got my trouble light in here. And so that's why you're probably going to see maybe some shadows, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Hey, I'm just an average Joe, remember? But you know what? Average Joe does good. If I can do it, you can do it. That's what most of my videos on my channel are about. How to fix things yourself and save some money around the house. And if I can do it, certainly you can do it. Okay. Now, this one switch looks crooked, but I don't think it is. And that's up and down. Now see, when I take this switch out, when I put this back on, I want them to line up. Now, what I could do is I can take my felt tip pen, I could put a mark straight above that. Now I can't do it there because the sheetrock was cut too low, but that's okay. I can line it up, and if I have to, once I get it in, then I can check this out. And if I have to move something, I'll move this over and line it all up and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so once I got it to there, I'm going to undo the mounting screws down here. Boy, that one wasn't going in very far, was it? That's because the box is pushed back inside the wall a little bit, and I'll just have to see if I can reuse the same screws, because see this top screw, look at that. That top screw is not a standard mounting screw. See that? They use something different with coarse threads. And look at their mounting screw on the bottom. Look how short it was. And it was barely going into the plastic box. I'm going to have to put, you know what? For that bottom screw, I'm going to use a drywall screw, 1.25 inch drywall screw. And before I pull that out, let me show you what that looks like. And that's the mounting that's the type of screws I'm going to use. I'm not really going to use these because the box is way back in there. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, these mounting screws on this light switch I'm not going to use. That's okay. I'll show you a drywall screw next. Well, you know what, for that matter, I think I'm going to use 2 drywall screws. These are number 6 inch and a quarter, and they're coarse threads. See that? Coarse thread meaning they're big threads. You can also buy drywall screws with fine threads. Did you know that? And it's important that when you go to the hardware store, you look for the ones that you want. Fine threads are for metal, like for sheet metal studs or screws of that sort. Now see, here's my one mounting screw. I'm not going to use that, I don't think. I think I'm just going to use 2 drywall coarse threaded screws. And see, you don't really see a screw like that very often. And if I ever needed to use something and have the finished screw show or something like that, maybe I can use that one. I'm going to put that in my box with all kinds of other coarse threaded screws, and I'm going to save that for another time. Okay, so these are going to be my 2 mounting screws for the new light switch. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on with the project, Joe. Okay, let's pull this out of the wall here, and we'll take a quick look at this before I start undoing everything. You see that it's got 2 side screws on there just like these, and then it's got a ground screw on the other side, and see, there's the ground screw right there. I think you can see that. And yeah, you can twist things whichever way you want. And see, I got plenty of room. I don't have to pull that out of the wall or anything. I don't have to worry about this because that one's staying there. I've got plenty of room there, and that's all there is to it. Now you'll see that the existing wires are screwed onto the side here, and that's probably how I'm going to do this next one. But you also see on the back side, see that? There's 2 holes there. I could push them straight in. If they were straight in from before, I could push them in, or if I wanted to take that off, I could. And you see on there, there's a little square notch right there. If you had wires in there to pull them out, you would just push on that with a little screwdriver, push in there on a spring-loaded goodie, and pull these wires straight out. Kaboom. But they decided not to do that, didn't they? They just used the screws on the side of the box, okay? Or the side of that. And I'm going to do those last. I'm right-handed, so I always like to hang on things with my left hand. And so what do you suppose I'm going to do first? I'm going to do the ground. And see, I can just twist it out here like that. And I'm going to loosen that screw up. And usually you can unscrew that almost all the way, and then you'll feel it kind of back off, kind of tight. And see, it stopped. Now see, I can just pull that off. And on this one here, I can attach it to this screw. And when I flip it up, it's going to be straight up. And you might be wondering, yeah, Joe, but you know, on a standard paddle switch like this, how do you know if that's the top or the bottom? Which way would you install that? Because I always like it where you press on the bottom, that's off. You press at the top, and that's on. And everything in the house should be like that, unless you have a 3-way switch. Sometimes you're going to have one up, and another area you're going to have it down. Okay, but here I want them all down. I don't want to make the assumption, but I can look at this. And usually somewhere along here, you'll see it say top. And you see there, right there, see? It says top. I know that's the top. And there's the ground screw on the left-hand side. The other screws are on that side. That's how that was, right? So no guesswork on that. Okay, so I can just push that out of the way and I can put that right on there and screw it down. But because this is twisted with the wide opening, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch it together once I have this on. Now I'm going to look at that, make sure I've got that facing top, which I do. And see, now I can take this and just kind of get that a little bit closer together before I tighten it up. See? Like that. And I got that nice and tight. Sometimes when you flip these around, you could get it loose as you're doing it. I've had it happen to me before, once upon a time. Okay, so now I'm just going to twist that up like that. Okay, that's all you've got so far, right? You think you could do this? I think you could. You don't have to be an electrician to do this. You can save yourself some money by doing it yourself.